everyone. Well, it's time to meet another musician with so much more than that, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Laessoe. Welcome to the show, Philip.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Now, you are a keyboardist, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. That's my main instrument.
So when did you start playing the keyboard?
I was 6 years old. I've been singing, dancing, and stuff like that since I was, right from the very beginning. But then I picked up the keyboard. My parents thought that would be a good instrument for me to help develop my musicality, and so try it out.
Very good. Now I hear an accent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. Yes. So you're from Denmark originally?
Yeah, from Denmark originally. So I immigrated here in 2000, and well, it was a process, right? It took like 5, 6, 7 years to immigrate here, but I think it became a PR in 2015 officially. So.
So did you perform in Denmark?
Yeah, I did. Since the age of 6, I was performing, singing lead, playing keyboard, just pop rock material during the 90s. And then I evolved, started playing classical piano and studying music theory, and got into bigger bands and did some touring and stuff like that too. So, yeah.
Right. So what brought you to Canada?
It's interesting. I was at a point in my life where I just, the music industry is not the easiest arena to navigate, especially when you're young. Right. And I was just like, where do I take the next step? Let's try this out. I had a close friend, a Dane, who had moved to Canada as well. He had, met somebody amazing here, and things were going great. So I thought I'd check it out, and I met somebody amazing too. And I saw the options in terms of like schooling and education, which was a lot better actually when it came, like in terms of like studying music production and music in general. So okay, let's try it out. In the beginning it was only a 1-year commitment, but it turned into more or less forever, I guess.
Obviously longer than.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, currently, first of all, you're a country keyboardist, correct?
I do play a lot of country. Yeah, I play on the country night on Sundays. I'm performing with different country artists. One of them, Nicole Sommerland, here at the end of the month. Different other different country artists. But I definitely do. I do R&B, pop rock as well, right? Cover music. So. Mm-hmm.
Now, currently, you perform every Sunday night at the Roxy Cabaret in Vancouver.
That's right.
With the band Locked and Loaded.
That's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Band names. They come up with such stuff.
I know all the house bands at the Roxy are named something with Loaded. So I guess an important part of going to the Roxy is to drink. So so we're so that's Locked and Loaded on the Sunday nights. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Now for the last decade, you're also a freelance keyboardist as well, right?
Oh yes, that's right. I've been doing so much stuff. I've been in original bands, did some touring. I've been to Asia, played with a lot of high-end Hong Kong artists. I've been working a lot in the studio as well, and teaching, lots of teaching as well, lots of students over the years.
So, are you teaching keyboard?
Yeah, I teach contemporary piano or keyboards. I teach music production as well, and RCM, classical piano. So I do that like a couple of days a week, online and in person. So.
Right. Yeah. So I know you let's see, you work hours in the studio doing remote sessions, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's one of the things that like COVID kind of brought with it. Like one of the positive things I'd say is that ability to like teach more and also do remote session work. Like musicians and producers that contact, like, okay, I need some keyboards, I need this or that done. So after COVID, I feel like it's gotten a little bit back to what it was before, but still, having that option, just like we're doing a Zoom meeting now, it's amazing.
Very good.
So yeah.
Now let's see. Now you do music production, artist development. Now, what do you mean by that?
So I work with. I have a couple of. I call them house artists right now because I run a couple of different studios. I have a home studio. I have also a location in Richmond that I operate, and so these artists are usually like more underground, up and coming sort of, and they usually have a whole bunch of talent, but they just need some guidance in terms of like, navigating music industry, learning, how to become a better musical performer, write better songs, and I help them produce, right, and I manage a little bit of their stuff as well, here and there. Right. So depending on what they need, where they're at. So
right, for sure. Now, the name of your studio in Richmond is Sonic Shape Studios, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. I just I have a location here in Vancouver that some artists prefer because it's more convenient. I guess a lot of people are based in Vancouver, and Richmond it's convenient in the sense that we have more room, and we can record bands and stuff. So yeah.
Great. Now, you were nominated BCCMA Keyboard Player of the Year in 2017 through 2020. What is BCCMA?
Oh, that's the Country Music Association. It's sort of a community, I think country music is pretty unique in that sense in BC, that we have a group of people that bring everyone together, and it's something that I enjoy a lot, like being a part of. It's like a big family in a way, So I just went to the award show the other day. That's for the 2021 season, and I haven't won it yet, but I definitely feel it's a huge honor to get to the finals. The last 5 years, I guess, more or less. So it's been it's just a nice pat on the shoulder. It's a great honor for sure.
Now, there's been a number of performers you've worked with, right? Like Emily Taylor Adams. I mean, there's a whole long list. Let's see, Tanner Olson Band, Cat Madden, just goes on and on, right?
Yeah. That's right. There's a little bit of some of them are again session work. Artists I work with. Being a session player, other artists I perform with live. Yeah, so I've definitely sort of made my way around and met a lot of people over the years for sure. So that's great. It's fun meeting new people, just like it is meeting you today.
I feel the same way. Thank you. Do you ever perform solo?
I do, yeah, occasionally, especially it was in 2021 during COVID. I had some solo performances. I was doing weddings and stuff like that. It doesn't happen too much these days. I'm just really busy. But every now and then I get an offer to do some solo piano. I really enjoy that. I gotta say, because you just have you get the opportunity to do and play whatever you sort of feel like, more or less, and just express yourself fully, as a solo musician. I think it's so once in a while it's great to do that for sure. I enjoy that. So, and I'm writing my own music too, right, on the side, projects that are coming along. So
now let's see, where else do I have you here? There's so many things. So you're a mentor, right?
Yes.
And you do readings.
Yes, that's right.
Energy languages. That's so cool. When did you start doing that?
Oh, it's actually really related to me first my whole immigration experience of coming from Denmark to here, and all the experiences that I went through obviously had a certain influence on me, from what can I say? Very, very just I need to process some things, right? Because it was a rough years, and I had some experiences in my love life that I sort of also needed. I wanted to understand more, and I was in a relationship with a person at one point that introduced me to astrology first, and things like that. I started studying, and I became, I don't like to use the word obsessed, but I became very, very, very into it, because I can see things just started lining up, in terms of what have happened in my life, and it just took off. And I started studying Vedic astrology, digging more into tarot. Now numerology is a huge thing in my life as well, and I literally use these languages to communicate with sort of the 5D, the dimensional energies, right? So basically the intuitive realm of things, and it guides me in life, and it helps me make smarter decisions.
Excellent. Now I know that, although I've never studied astrology, but I know that it's quite detailed, quite involved, right?
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. It made me a better human being, definitely. Nice. And just it's an amazing thing that I hope that I believe in the future that more and more people will discover, and I think spirituality is on the rise overall, and now that we have YouTube and stuff like that, we can promote learning too, as long as we watch out for what it is that we digest as well. Of course, there's a lot of speculative information out there too, right? So we just got to be picky about where we get our source material from, but be curious and expand.
Absolutely,
so,
be open, right?
Yeah, exactly. Totally open-minded.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm just wondering, when do you have time to do all of these things that you do?
Yeah, so it's like that has been actually probably my biggest challenge the last year, especially as COVID has been wrapping, and I'm just starting to get a good hang of it now. I've been cutting down on my Roxy shifts, so I'm doing 2 nights a week there. I'm trying to find a better balance in terms of when I can do this and that and stuff, and I've had to make some sacrifices. For example, I've done less and less readings lately because my music has taken off again, but it's something I just working on finding a better balance and making time for everything. So having a day of the week where I'm available online to do meetings and readings and things like that, and lessons, and some other days where I perform and stuff, and then just finding a good balance. So
somewhere in between all of that, you have to rest.
Exactly, that's the thing, right? And I'm a bit, I don't know if I would call myself a workaholic, but definitely love what I do. That's for sure. So
maybe a commitment junkie.
It definitely, that's a good word for it. Yeah, for sure.
Well, people go different ways, right? I mean, some people have a hard time committing, and so or taking up something and sticking to it. I mean, it just we're all so different, right?
Yeah.
So now,
for sure.
You're a very familiar figure in music world in Vancouver, correct?
That's right.
So have you traveled with music? Have you traveled outside of Vancouver or BC?
I've done a lot of like little tours in Canada, right? Especially BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, those areas. I've been to Toronto as well once, but mainly BC. There's, work with different artists. Like, obviously they're interested in showing off their music. I've done a little bit of stuff in Denmark, the areas around Denmark. I was in a big show band. Was in a really huge accordion orchestra once there, and then I've worked with some Chinese artists that have taken me to Beijing and Shanghai as well. I definitely love to perform in foreign countries, like especially in countries where you can actually communicate, speak some English. That was a bit difficult in China, but it's fun. It's fun just getting those challenges and meeting people from different, that have different cultures and like have backgrounds and stuff, So yeah.
Okay, so now one of the questions I would like to ask, I've been to China a number of times because my son lives there.
Oh,
I was just wondering, like, musically, are they the same as musicians anywhere? take that.
Yeah, I feel it's very different now. Like where I came from originally, I feel like the level, it was because I was younger too, but I felt like the musical level was really high. There was a lot of competition in Copenhagen, and then I came here, and I actually felt like I wouldn't say I had an easy time sort of like getting the gigs I wanted, but I felt the competition. At least I tapped into a market that needed the skill set that I had, playing keyboards and doing sound design and, doing some very specific things. When it comes to, playing keyboards live was something that was very wanted, like at that point, at least. And then in China, I feel the level is very, very up and down. You can meet some just unreal, amazing musicians. And then there are some experiences that are a little, so it's a little all over the place. But yeah, I think the level in Vancouver has definitely risen over the years. Definitely, there's some amazingly talented people around here by now, for sure. So
yeah, I've interviewed a number of them from Vancouver, and
okay.
I also have the same feeling with Alberta. There's a lot of the great musicians. Well, not just those places, obviously, right? But I think it's great. So now, other than, I'm just wondering, do you have time to do anything else? That's a stupid question. That says, relax wise in the world of relaxation.
Yeah, that's a good question. I do have to say, like right now, it's like my world consists mostly of like music and spirituality and stuff like that. But I booked a trip to Denmark in August, and going to be traveling more and stuff like that. So I think my strategy is, once I'm working, I work a lot, I work hard, and then I take 2-3 times a year, I take some time off and I take a trip, whether it's in BC or I go traveling. That's sort of my way of approaching relaxation, I would say, mostly.
So when you're traveling, are you always aware of the music world in whatever area you are at?
I'm definitely curious, right, to explore the local artists. And if I see a performance, I remember the first time I went to Toronto, I was like, oh, there's a performance there. Wow, I gotta go check it out. That's definitely, I'm always curious about that. But it's also nice to rest your ears once in a while and just go to the beach or the mountains, or take a hike and just like not listen to music for a day, maybe, because that's a lot of music in my life, no doubt about it. So
you need to rejuvenate, I guess, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Your ears just need peace once in a while. Calmness.
Calmness. So now, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, should they do it like you have a website here, a couple of them, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'll make sure I include that when I
that'd be great.
So people can reach you there. I know you're also on Facebook and probably the other social media that most people.
That's right. Instagram, Facebook, website stuff. Yeah.
Now, just we mentioned some of the performers, that people that you performed with. Christian Carter. I don't even know where to start. Emily Chambers. Nicole, what's her, Summerlin? So how did you meet up with these people? Is this all people that live in Vancouver?
Yeah, like Emily Chambers was all the way back from sort of when I started performing as a professional in Vancouver as a live keyboardist, and she was one of the first ones I met. Then you meet other people through those people, right? Like some of the country people that have been hiring me for session work, for example, are also people that hired my old band, Champagne Republic, that I did with Emily Chambers back then, right? And then you meet the next person. And Nicole Summerlin was probably through also some of those people, maybe some of the people from the Roxy that I'm playing with that have referred me. So it's just kind of like a big sort of network, right? That keeps expanding. You just gotta keep working hard, keep doing a good job, stay positive, and talk to people.
Yeah, for sure. So well, this has been really great. I just want to mention one other thing. Now, where is this? Achievement granted. You granted the multiple president's honors the Best of Show Portfolio Award, as well as Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Science nomination. Now, you mentioned that earlier, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like, what is all of that about?
Yeah, like, so basically when I went to my first school here in Canada, which is the Artists Institute of Vancouver, I just went all in. I'd already gotten a little bit of knowledge from attending an audio school in Copenhagen just a half a year before, so I was kind of a little bit ahead, I guess. And that gave me I guess a little bit of an advantage in the beginning, and I had my keyboard background too and stuff, so I was so focused on doing well that got these awards at the end of AI. Then I was nominated for this Sarah's thing that they couldn't proceed with, unfortunately, because I was in a PR. So it was kind of like, you're nominated, but you can't really you can't actually win it because you're not a PR. At that point I had a study permit, I guess. Right. So it was kind of like it's still great honors, just like with the BCMA stuff as well. A nomination or actually winning, and to me it's all good. Yeah, it's an acknowledgement, right? It's just awesome when it happens. So
for sure. Well, this has been really great. We're going to end it there. I just want to say thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. And just to the audience, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed listening and learning about Philip. I will include his website if you want to get a hold of him or find out more about his music. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear from you. And take care, everybody. Be nice and peace out.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community when you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's a place to be, you'll see.